Hey, it's Rashida. I thought I would come on and show my Project Life supplies and materials that I've used quite often when I'm doing layouts. So I know that a lot of people are probably starting Project Life for the first time, and maybe they would like to see what I use. And some of you who have been following me for quite some time, you may also want to see what I use as well. So starting first, I'll show you my album. I use a 12 by 12 album. This is I think this is the Amy Tangerine one through American Crafts, and you can see it has the cameras and everything, which I like. It's a 12 by 12 D-ring album. It has 3 rings, and you can see, so it's got the rings. And most of my, if not all of my 2014 is in this album. So you can see it's pretty thick, and you know it will hold quite a lot. So an album, and there are different size albums. I just choose to use a 12 by 12 album. So that's for the album. And then next are page protectors. So this is the Becky Higgins Big Variety Pack 1. And it comes with designs A through F. So that's A, B, C, D, E, and F. So you get 10 each of each design in this Variety Pack 1. I think you can still get this on Amazon, but just in case, if you want to write down the UPC code or whatever. So, page protectors. Let's see if I can open this. So yeah, you get a variety in here, as stated on the box. So that's essential. And of course, you'll need photos, or you want photos to go in your page protectors. And I usually print my photos from home, either through my Canon Selfie or through my home printer, my Canon Pixma printer. So, and next I'm going to show you my tools that I use. Okay, so the first tool I want to show you is my trimmer. This is a Cutter P trimmer, and it's compact in that you can carry it anywhere. You can use it on your desk. It's not one of the larger size trimmers. So I use this to trim my photos, to trim papers, cards. Sometimes when your 3x4 cards or your 4x6 cards may be a little bit larger for your page protector pocket, you may need to trim down the cards, as you need to. So I use that for that. And again, this is a Cutter P, and it is by EK, I think it's by EK Tools. Yes, EK Success. Sorry, EK Success. And I think this is an older version, but any paper trimmer that you like, would probably work. You just have to find out what works best, for you. So I like this one. Next, my rub-on tool. This is by We Are Memory Keepers, and I use this quite a bit when I'm using my rub-ons as embellishments. So it has this end that you can use to rub the rub-on in a circular fashion. And it has the cap. You can just put that back on. And I use this end quite a bit. This is like the scraper where you can really press down onto the rub-on and place it on your photo or your card or what have you. So, and again, it's by We Are Memory Keepers. It has a nice comfort grip. So it's very ergonomically designed. So my rub-on tool. And I always have to have these tweezers on hand. This is by EK Tools, and this is for picking up like small embellishments, fine detailed intricate die cuts when you want to place them down. And they have like a fine tip, if you can see. So it's really good for grasping small things. Even sequins, you can place those down onto your layout when you glue them down, so they really come in handy. And again, it's by EK Tools. But any craft tweezers, that you like would probably work. Scissors, gotta have scissors. I'm always reaching for scissors. I think these are by Kaisercraft. I think this is a Kaisercraft pair of scissors. But just regular scissors for cutting the ends of things, trimming up cards, trimming up embellishments, like when you put down a label and if it's hanging off the side, if you want to trim, scissors work great for that. So I have those. And also, I always reach for my paper piercing tool. This is the Tim Holtz Iconic Studios paper piercer. So this is great if you use brads. That's mostly what I use it for. So it's a good tool to have on hand. And then this is for stamping, which I'll show that in a minute. This is an acrylic block. And I have all different kinds of acrylic blocks, but for mostly my Project Life layouts, I'll need like a small acrylic block to get into those small areas. So, and I think there are many brands of this. I think even Lawn Fun makes acrylic blocks. You can get them at Michael's, Hobby Lobby. So, and then this is my corner rounder. I use this quite a bit. To me, it does match up quite closely with like the Becky Higgins cards or the Studio Calico cards. And if I have, so let's just do a quick show of this. Now, the only thing with this corner rounder, and this is by Marvy Uchida. It doesn't collect the end pieces. You know what I mean? Like, these pieces you have to actually pick up yourself, which, I don't mind because I'm usually manipulating paper anyway, so I always have to clean up. So, let's see. So, yeah, it matches, if you can see that. So, that's why I like it. And again, that's a Marvy corner rounder. And so I pulled out a couple of punches. I mean, to me, punches are kind of like tools as well. I like to have a like a small punch on hand, like for small embellishments. So this is a Martha Stewart. I think it's called a confetti heart punch. But whatever punch that you like would work. I just really like hearts, and hearts are very neutral and they go just about with anything. So just have that on hand. And then I always like to have a circular punch, just because with circles you can cut out pattern papers, you can make labels with them. If you don't have labels or if you run out of labels, a circular punch will work perfect. So this is the 1 3/4 inch punch. And let's see, I have like the scallop one as well. So, but any punches, that you like or whatever. I just happen to like circles and scallops and hearts and things. So, and this one is by EK Success. So, I think both of these are by EK Success, and they're called Paper Shapers. So, okay, and I will come back and show you adhesives that I like to use. Okay, so in terms of adhesives, I like to have a permanent adhesive on hand. Now this one is called This to That by American Crafts, and it puts down a strip of glue. Okay, so again, this is the American Crafts This to That permanent adhesive, and I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. And I hope you can see that on this dark cardstock. So if you can tell, it puts down a strip of glue. So I like that whenever I'm placing photos and when I don't want things to move. So I'll use that. And I also like to use like a dot adhesive. Now this is by Glue Tape, and I'm going to take this off and show you how. So, and you can see the difference. Like this is dot and this is a strip. So, and both of these are permanent, but usually with dot adhesives you have a little bit of leeway in terms of when you want to move things around. Also, I like to have my ball tip glue pen on hand, and this is by Martha Stewart. And this is great for putting down small embellishments. If you have a intricate die cut, like a die cut word that has very small areas that you don't want to use your adhesive runner on, this glue pen will work great for that. I've also used this for small embellishments like wood veneers, like little tiny stars, even little sequins, things like that, because the tip, as you can see, it's like a pen tip, and the glue is held in this area right here. So you just squeeze it and the glue comes out. So I have that on hand. And then also I've been getting into glue sticks lately. I don't know why, but I have a couple of glue sticks, and this one is by Kaiser Craft, and it's like a jumbo glue stick. And you know, I think this is what scrappers used in the early days when there weren't adhesive runners. So, and it works great. So I use it on photos, even putting down like large labels and things like that. So that works great. And then glossy accents, I have this on hand as well, and I always keep like a stick pin in the nozzle of it so that it doesn't dry out. So I use this for wood veneers, little small items, dimensional items that I want to adhere very quickly. If I want to make something shiny, so say for instance this heart, I have this heart here, and if I want to make this shiny, I can add glossy accents to it and let it dry. And let's see, which I'm sure you guys have seen that, but so if I want to let this dry, and it'll probably take a while to dry, but if I want it to be shiny and it's not coming, the glossy accents is showing up, but you don't get the red color. But anyway, you get the idea of what I'm saying. Once this dries, it'll be like kind of a shiny embellishment. The next thing I want to show are my journaling pens that I use. So I'll come back and show you those really quick. Okay, so as far as journaling pens, I have a smash pen, which I really like. I like the tip of the smash pen, and you can get the smash pen probably at Michael's, with the smash books, wherever you can purchase smash products, you'll probably find the pens. So I like the tip. I like the length of the smash pen. So, and for me, when I'm writing, I need to have, or I like to have a thick barrel and a longer pen. It's just the way I write, and I tend to write a little bit large. That's just how my penmanship is. So I most often reach for the smash pen, and it has the glue stick in, which I don't use that in much at all. So smash pen. And then there's another smash type pen, and this is called the La Di Da pen, and I think you can get this in the UK and in Australia. So it's basically the same. To me, it's the same as a smash pen. It writes the same, same type of tip, and it also has a glue stick on the end. Okay, so, and then I have just your general American Crafts precision pen, and this is in .03. So this is a nice tip, like for small writing. Like if I need to write small, I'll usually grab one of these and use. And then when I'm writing on slick surfaces, or if I'm writing on photos, I will use the Zig Photo Signature pen. Now this one is in black, and I think all these pens are in black, by the way. So this one, you can see the tip on that. And I know a lot of people use the white gel pen, which I do have a couple of those, but I mostly use a black slick writer. So that is for the pens. And next I'll show you a couple of stamps that I use in Project Life. Okay, so a lot of people know that I like stamps. If you've been following me for a while, you know that. So for Project Life, I like stamps that have a variety of sentiments or a variety of photo-related, life-related type phrases. So, for instance, this is a stamp by Paper Smooches, and it is called Captured Moments. And it has a variety of things on here that could be relevant for any kind of day or any kind of event in my Project Life album. So, in terms of what I like to stamp out on my pages. So, again, this is by Paper Smooches. And I think you can still get that if you go on their website, or if you go to a seller that sells Paper Smooches, you may be able to find it. And again, it's called Capture Moments. And then this one also has a variety of things on here. So, like on this day, notes from today, remember this, just a variety of things. So, this one's by Ellie Studio, and it's called Daily Details. And then I also like to have a roller date stamp on hand for the date and also for different phrases. This one is by Amy Tangerine, and I think it's from maybe 3 or 4 collections ago. But I think you can find this like Tuesday Morning and places like that. But I have a lot of roller date stamps. I just grabbed this one just to show you that I like to use roller date stamps. And they're great. They look great on Project Life layouts. So, okay. And then, just while I'm talking about stamps, I do like to use this Hero Arts Hero Hues dye ink in black. And most of the time, I'm stamping in black on my Project Life layouts. Occasionally, I'll use different colors, but mostly I reach for this dye ink because it stamps nice, it stamps great on my photos. If I'm not using my glossy photo paper, stamps great, and I get really nice images when I use this ink as well. And then just as a little side note, when I'm cleaning my stamps, I use this Ranger water-based stamp cleaner. So I usually have that on hand when I'm doing my Project Life and stamping and that sort of thing. And I still use a baby wipe, which I don't have any close by, but I use a baby wipe, and I'll just spray a little bit of this on the stamp to get it clean. And most of the time when I'm using dye ink tends to stain my clear stamps, which is fine with me, but as long as I know they're clean, I'm okay with it. So, okay. In terms of embellishments, now I won't go into detail, but I just throw my embellishments in a container. I like to have a clear container, and that way I can see what I have and what I need to use up. I do get the Studio Calico kits, so a lot of this is Studio Calico based, but the point I'm trying to make is I just grab what I have on hand. So I like to use rub-ons, labels, stickers, wood veneers. So all the things that I like to use is basically in this container. Yeah, flare, washi tape. This is washi tape. So yeah, and that's pretty much basically what I use. Now, of course, I have a lot of embellishments, but I could break that down even further, like, you know, into different categories. But for the most part, I just have my embellishment container close by and just reach in that and use that on my layouts. The bare minimum of what I use in my project life. So if you have any questions, just let me know. And I do plan on continuing Project Life in 2015, since we are in 2015 now. I need to set up my album and things like that, so I'm looking forward to doing that. Okay, hope you guys are doing great. Thanks for watching. Bye.